Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to my morning news report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. Protesters outside Governor Sununu's house express concerns. In Newfields, protesters held signs and used loudspeakers to express concerns about New Hampshire's coronavirus policies. And here is a photo from the group of people that were there yesterday. As you can see, people holding signs and expressing concerns right outside Governor Sununu's house. On Sunday, about 20 people gathered across the street of Governor Chris Sununu's home in Newfields, protesting and expressing concerns over decisions made about his coronavirus policies. The protesters, some who identified as members of Absolute Defense New Hampshire Committee on Safety and Health Freedom, New Hampshire, held signs and used megaphone and loudspeakers to shout messages towards the house where Sununu lives. It is unknown if the governor was home, but vehicles usually used by the governor were in the driveway. Members of New Hampshire State Police had 2 cruisers parked in the driveway, and troopers stood outside their cruisers. After a neighbor complained about the noise from the loudspeakers and megaphones, the protesters were warned by state troopers that they were facing disorderly conduct charges if they continued to make noise in the neighborhood. Protesters remained on the scene and quietly held their signs. At one point, Joe and Doreen, owners of Rosalind Homemade Ice Cream in Epping, held signs. Joe had a peaceful dialogue with the troopers at the end of the driveway. The owner of the ice cream shop were forced to close because of widespread news coverage when they decided to close their restaurant temporarily, virus forcing people to wear masks. The protest has grown in size over the last few weeks, when it started with a few people standing with signs outside the governor's house. The protesters are challenging people being forced to wear masks, the power Sununu is using with executive order and policies surrounding vaccine documentation. Based on information from some of the people in Newfields, they were leaving to travel to Deering to the house of New Hampshire Attorney General Gordon MacDonald to continue sharing their concerns. The protests remained peaceful, and at times protests had friendly conversations with the troopers on scene. And that does it for this morning news report right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another news report. Goodbye, everyone.